couple field goals, but rebounded from that nicely. How good did that feel on Saturday?
It felt really good. I mean, obviously going out there, you can't expect to have like a really good game every single week. So it was nice to be able to get back out there, get my confidence back up, and really just bounce back from that. So it feels good.
Any distinction of being one of the now 7 here that has 50 field goals? That had to be a nice threshold for us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't know about it until post game, but yeah, that was really cool. Just because Clemson University, Clemson football, there's a huge tradition here, a lot of history, and being able to be part of that is really cool, and it's truly a blessing.
The fake field goal attempt was obviously designed to go to you. Practice see where you're supposed to be at in that play. Can you talk about what you felt going through that play as the ball was going into Swinney's hands and you dropped it?
I mean, that's just a simple mistake. It actually wasn't supposed to go to me, but hopefully we have one where I'll be able to get the ball. That'd be awesome. But with that, it's just being able to bounce back and focus on the next play. That was one mistake, and at one moment in time. Other than that, he had great holds the entire game, and really did his job well. So.
How much does it help you having BT kicking off? Does that give you any extra juice? Is it taxing at all when you have to kick off the whole game in case you have to kick a long, 50-yard field goal later?
It mainly just saves my leg throughout the season as the season goes on. So with that, it's huge having him being able to come in here and kick off, just because with him not having to do field goals, it saves his leg as well, and then me only having to do field goals saves the leg. So as we progress throughout the season, we're obviously still limiting our reps at practice and focusing on that on a day-to-day basis. Also, it's really cool because coming out there, obviously I'll still hit some kickoffs and be ready just in case my number's called. But with that, it's really cool being able to specialize in one thing and really put all of our focus into those skills.
With your position requiring such a specific skill set, did you ever have any worry with the kind of an injury you had that you would maybe not be the same ever coming back from it?
Yeah, I definitely had some worries. So I actually met with a couple other surgeons. Dr. Martin's a great surgeon. He did a heck of a job, obviously. And at first, there was some doubt because some of them would say, okay, we don't know if you're going to be able to kick again. And at the end of the day, the amount that I prayed and hoped that I could come back and be able to perform the way that I do now, and have the confidence that I had before I got injured is truly a blessing, and I thank God every single day for it, because there was a moment in time where I truly did not think that I was going to be able to kick again, which I'm happy that I'm able to. So.
What was the time frame that you went after surgery to where you could actually really fully swing your leg through and try to kick one from 40 yards? I mean, how long were you out as far as that?
I wasn't able to kick with an actual ball, so there was a time frame of probably about a month and a half where I was only kicking a Nerf ball, just because the amount of pressure that would be on my knee from kicking a normal football would be too much. So it was probably 2-3 weeks before fall camp started. So.
Have you changed your technique at all since the surgery? Has it required you to do anything differently?
No, sir. I've kept it the same.
Did it ever enter your head to maybe think about applying for one more year? Because you only kicked in 3 games that 1 year. Did it ever cross your mind, man, maybe one more ride?
I tried.
Did you?
Yeah, I tried. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. So
that's you have to apply to the NCAA for the
correct. Yes, sir.
waiver, and they denied it.
Correct. Because they said my freshman year, I was technically eligible to kick. No.
You weren't on the team.
Correct.
So
That's all good.
Right?
Yeah, it was a great year, but it's all good.
So is it a little bit harder for a kicker now? So now this is it for you to say, hey, getting on with the life, or go wait on the NFL. What are your plans?
Well, as of right now, I actually have a job lined up with a company that I interned with this past summer, so I have a fallback plan. But obviously, every single day, I'm doing the best that I can to create an opportunity to potentially play in the NFL. But if it happens, it happens. That'd be awesome. If it doesn't, it's really nice to know that I have a fallback plan and just can start my career.
Is it tough for kicking because you guys usually don't get the whole draft? You know?
Yeah, you could say that. So a lot of teams bring on a couple kickers just for preseason, and it's kind of like they bring you in and they're like, all right, let's see what you can do, and then either you perform or you don't. So
Does it feel like you've been here for ages, and that the whole, Dabo signing you in the Milo parking lot statements and all that? Does that just seem like it was, years ago, or does it seem like it's come out of a hurry?
So playing football here is actually, it's flown by. Like I remember vividly the day that I moved into Clemson. Like I moved into my freshman dorm. I remember it perfectly the entire day. And whenever people, like before you get to college, a lot of adults will come up to you and say, hey, like enjoy this time. These 4 years fly by. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. They fly by. Like it is absolutely insane to believe. And I can't really wrap my head around the fact that I graduate in December and after this, like I'm out of here. Like, good luck. What you gonna do?
If you weren't to ever kick again, what would be the one memory that you remember of your time here?
So there's several kicks in my mind where I look back and I think that was an awesome experience. I'm really happy that I was able to experience that. But I would say the thing that I'm going to remember the most is the daily grind, like the summer workouts with my brothers, practice every single day, hanging out with the guys, meetings, because we're here so often that you don't really have an option. Those are actually your brothers. And creating the relationships that will last a lifetime. So that's something that I would say is that I've gained the most and that I'll be able to look back and smile on is all the relationships I've gained throughout the years.
What do you remember about the Florida State game 2 years ago, and is this one of those venues that you really look forward to the opportunity to kick a field goal to?
Yeah, I like that field a lot. It's really cool being able to go to a stadium that you know that you performed well in. And Florida State's always an awesome environment. And I love kicking in, like, whenever the crowd's yelling. I really enjoy that. It's kind of weird going out there for home games whenever it's really quiet. And it kind of just leaves you to your thoughts. But I'm really looking forward to go back down and playing at Florida State.
So I guess you enjoyed Kyle Field, too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You get a chance to watch much of the NFL, and if you do, any thoughts on? It seems like it's been an extra crazy year as far as kickers this year, with whether it be misses and Tucker missed the extra point yesterday, or guys hitting 60-yarders. Catman had the bomb yesterday. Do you get a chance to watch? Any thoughts on how crazy it's been for kickers this year?
It's pretty cool being able to see a lot of the positives that are coming out of it. So when Catman hit the 59-yard game winner, that was awesome. That was insane. So it's really cool being able to watch it, knowing the different things that are going through their heads in terms of the process and what they're thinking about. So say, like whenever Justin Tucker missed that kick, like I know exactly what he did wrong. So that's kind of cool because I get a different perspective off of what other people see. And so a lot of times whenever people are watching that, they're like, oh, he missed the extra point. And then they're just like mad. But being a kicker, you kind of feel for other kickers in those situations, just because it's not cool being in a situation where you go out there, you have one chance, and it's either you miss it or you make it. So it's either they love you or they hate you. And there's really no in between. So being a kicker, you get used to that mindset. And being able to watch it in the NFL, positive or negative, it's pretty cool just to see it as a different perspective from everybody else.
You've had a lot of big moments here, obviously, over your career. Is there one miss that whenever you're just kind of deep in thought that maybe comes back to you time and time again, and you're like, man, that's maybe one that stands out that you really wish you could have a second crack at?
Wow, that's a great question. There's,
far between, right?
I mean, yeah, to an extent, but
Many of them, that's for sure.
there isn't really one that stands out. The thing that stands out after a miss is how I feel on Monday. So yeah, I'm upset in the moment, but as a kicker, you have to have the mindset of, okay, it's a one-kick season. If you miss it or you make it, it shouldn't affect your next kick. So that's the kind of mindset that you have to have. But every single time on Monday, we come back in and when we're watching the film and the whole team is in there, and we watch the film when I miss, the feeling that I get in my gut, I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate it. And that's a lot of that drives to not miss. I mean, obviously no one wants to go out there and miss, but that's kind of like a little extra thing, because going in there, and I absolutely hate letting people down. Like I can't stand it. So letting somebody down in the game, whether it's my teammates, my coaches, family, friends, whatever, letting them down in that moment, it hurts, but it's the aftermath, which just leaves me with a gut feeling that I can't stand.
Great, a lot of kickers in a game, you see it in a tight spot where the coaches will call a timeout to try to quote unquote freeze the kicker. Have you ever been in that situation? And if you have, what's going through your mind as you're sitting through that timeout?
Well, this year the timeouts have been a lot longer. But in that situation, whenever either Coach Sweeney calls a timeout or the other team calls a timeout, you're standing out there on the field. So a lot of times whenever you run out there and you have 25 seconds to line up, kick it, you don't really have time to think about it. And the whole icing the kicker phrase, it just gives you time to sit there and think about missing. So really the only way to get around that or get past that is to think about every single thing that goes into it that you have to focus on in order to make it. And what's pretty cool about those situations that a lot of people don't think about is the visualization aspect of it. So when you're out there on the field, your line's still there, will's still there, and whenever they call the timeout, you can visualize the kick before you even attempt it. So that's kind of the way I look at it.
Did you understand the intricacies of the position? What do you see on a Potter where he's not the biggest guy in the world, but how is he able to generate, such great leg strength as far as his kickoffs?
His technique is pretty perfect. So his timing with everything is perfect. So that helps guys with his size generate the amount of power that we would. A lot of times guys will go out there and they'll just think about absolutely crushing the ball. It's the same thing with golf. If you overswing, you're not going to hit it right. But if you just think about hitting good contact, it's going to carry a lot further anyway. It's the same way with kicking.